and here and speaking in English as you prefer.
Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Ramza Confidence while I am potential student at Rasul Islamabad Barako campus. I will come in you. Maya, this topic is what's the matter, the roots of concerns, 10 minutes, 500 questions. So let's start. Hello, co-pilot. How are you?
Hello there, I'm doing really well, thank you for asking. If there's anything specific on your mind, just let me know.
Okay, co-pilot, my first question is what does the phrase what's the matter really mean?
Absolutely, I'm happy to explain. The phrase, what's the matter, is basically a way of asking someone if there's something wrong or if something is bothering them. It's a friendly, caring way to check in and see if someone needs help or wants to talk.
Okay, co-pilot, my next question is why do people ask what's the matter?
Well, people ask what's the matter as a way of showing concern and care. It's really just a simple, gentle way of inviting someone to share if they're feeling upset or if something is bothering them.
Okay, co-pilot, my next question is what does matter mean is in this expression?
In these expressions, matter simply means something that is a concern or an issue. So when someone says, what's the matter? They're basically asking, what's the issue or what's wrong? It's just a friendly way to check in.
Okay, co-pilot, my next question is why can one word have several meanings?
That's a great question. One word can have several meanings because languages evolve over time and words can take on different uses. It's all part of how language grows and adapts.
Okay, co-pilot, my next question is how can consent affect our daily lives?
Context shapes everything about our daily life because it influences how we understand words, situations, and even each other. It can change what a word or a gesture means depending on the situation we're in.
Okay, co-pilot, my next question is how does consent show that we care?
Spontaneously checking in or asking how someone's doing is a wonderful way to show that we care. It's a simple gesture, but it really lets people know we're thinking about them.
Okay, co-pilot, my next question is can concern be positive?
Absolutely. Concerns can be positive because they show that we're invested in someone's well-being. When we express concern, we're really just showing empathy and letting the other person know that they matter to us.
Okay, co-pilot, my next question is why do people worry about problems?
People worry about problems because it's a natural part of how we try to solve issues and protect ourselves. It's just a way we show that we care about outcomes and want things to go well.
Okay, co-pilot, my next question is why do family members show concern?
Family members often show concern because they have a deep bond with us and genuinely care about our well-being. It's one of the ways they express love and support.
Okay, co-pilot, my next question is what is the biggest lesson we can learn from what's the matter, the roots of concern?
Well, one of the biggest lessons we can learn is that concern is rooted in empathy and connection. It teaches us to look out for one another.
Okay, co-pilot, my next question is how can one question lead to understanding and positive change?
A single question can really open up a doorway to understand.
Okay, co-pilot, my next
Even in a single concern, there's a chance. It's really like opening a door. When we let that concern lead us to understanding, we start to see where change is needed and how we can make things better.
Okay, co-pilot, my next question is why do humans ask questions when something feels wrong?
No, Well, humans ask questions when something feels off because we're naturally curious problem solvers. It's our way of making sense of the world and finding solutions. Absolutely. Take your time and go.
Minute problem. So, okay, co-pilot. My next question is: what can it teach us about relationships?
Well, oh, that's a fascinating question. Cats have a unique way of teaching us about relationships because they show affection on their own terms. They help us understand boundaries, patience, and the importance of building trust over time. So they're really good at teaching us how to respect individuality in any relationship.
Okay, co-pilot. My next question is: what can it teach us about communication?
Well, absolutely. Communication is such a crucial part of any relationship, and cats, in their own subtle way, can actually teach us quite a lot about it. They communicate mostly through body language, small vocal cues, and their actions rather than words. So, in a way, they teach us to pay attention to nonverbal signals and to be patient and observant. They help us understand that communication isn't just about talking, it's also about listening and watching carefully.
Okay, co-pilot. My next question is: what can it teach us about empathy?
You know, that's a really lovely question. Cats can indeed teach us a lot about empathy in their own quiet way. When you share your life with a cat, you'll learn to understand their subtle cues and moods. हाँ बिल्कुल मैं पूरी तरह तैयार हूँ आप जो भी पूछना चाहें
Okay,
पूछ सकते हैं
co-pilot. My next question is: what can the phrase "what's the matter" teach us about language?
Ah, that's a really intriguing question, and there's quite a bit to unpack there. When we look at the phrase, what's the matter? It's essentially a way of expressing a concern or curiosity about someone else's situation. In terms of language, this phrase teaches us a lot about how language can be used to show empathy and to connect with others. It's a simple phrase, but it opens the door to deeper conversations and understanding. When we think about how this phrase works across different languages and cultures, it also highlights how universal the concept of care is. No matter what language we speak, we have phrases that help us reach out to others and ask if they're okay. So, in a nutshell, this phrase is a small but powerful example of how language bridges human emotions and helps us connect on a personal level.
Okay, co-pilot. My next question is: what can concern teach us about other people? Co-pilot. My question is: what can concern teach us about other people? Okay,
Absolutely. Go right ahead. I'm all ears and
what can it teach us about history?
Oh, that's a really fascinating angle to consider. You know, when we think about the press as a whole, the institution of journalism and the media, it really tells us a lot about the evolution of human communication and our need to share stories. Over time, the press has evolved from simple print.
Okay,
मैं आपको सुन
my next question is: how can people balance concern with hope?
That's a really thoughtful question. Balancing realism with hope is a challenge many of us face, but it's definitely possible. It often comes down to acknowledging the realities of a situation, even if they're tough, while still holding on to the possibility that things can get better. In other words, it's a bit like standing with one foot in each world. You stay grounded in the present challenges, but you also keep your eyes on hopeful possibilities.
Okay, co-pilot. My next question is: why is awareness important?
Absolutely. And it's a fantastic point to bring up. I'm right here and I can hear you. Keep those questions. मैं सुन रहा हूँ बिल्कुल अगर कुछ और पूछना है या कुछ और साझा करना है तो बस बताइए मैं
My co-pilot, take care. Allah Hafiz.